Hi, this is Charles at Kaleidoscope Rock Academy here in the Seattle area. This is my third video about the HeadRush system. You can check out the other ones, the link is in the description below. But my first experience trying this out with the native HeadRush FRFR 8-inch speaker wasn't real positive given the volume of the drums in the room where we were working. I just felt like it wasn't keeping up with the drummer. So this is my new Line 6 SoundStage system that I'm going to test out. I haven't heard it yet with HeadRush, so you guys are doing it here with me live. And what I'm using is I've got the SoundStage propped up at a 30-degree angle using its own carrying handle. It's designed to have a double purposes, propping up the amp. That was about the right angle. I tried the props that kick it up to the 60-degree angle that are on the other side, and I just thought it was kicking up into the air too far. And then I've got a Rode instrument mic here that's kind of emulating what it'd be like to listen to it from ear level. I thought that was going to give you a reliable sense of what it sounds like in a rehearsal room, as opposed to close miking it or running it out the back, which would kind of bypass the speaker element. What I'm really looking for is something that will handle like the heavier crunch tones without getting flubby. And that's what I felt like the problem was with the smaller speaker. So I'm testing it with a Gogan XTSA guitar. I'm going to use the bridge position. These are actually the sounds I made when I was testing it with the FRFR 8-inch speaker. So same set of sounds, but now for the first time I'm hearing what they sound like with the much bigger SoundStage here. It's got actually less wattage according to the specs, but I suspect that's not really the deal. Less wattage, but more speakerage, I guess. 10-inch speakers, it's got an 8 and more of them. So let's see what we get. Right now I have it on the back in electric guitar mode, which is supposed to simulate electric guitar cabinet. I have the HeadRush on the line rather than the amp output, because even though it's supposed to simulate a guitar cab, I'm assuming it's still more like running into a PA system than it is running into a guitar amp. I think I have the volume up about halfway in the back, and I've got it up 2/3 of the way right now on the HeadRush, and this is my band's clean sound. So we're going to see what happens here. Certainly seems plenty loud, right? So the clean sound that I use is pretty darn clean. That's really loud. I mean, you probably can't tell through the way I've mixed the video, but that's quite loud. I know I tried this just for a second on the amp output mode in the back, and it did not sound good for clean, so I'm thinking that I'm onto something with this using the line output, because I feel like that's a really great, straightforward, feels like I'm playing through an amp. I've got it so I can kick the delay on like that. Have it set up so the graphic EQ is like a boost. Staying nice and clean. So far, like the clean sound sounds awesome. So we're going to navigate over here to what I call my blue sound. Also real satisfactory to me, so let's move on over to rock. These are all custom sounds I made, though I think I made the rock and metal one starting with the brown sound that it came with. I like that sound. It's a little it's just there's a slight bit to my ear of like lack of organicity, making up a word there, which I didn't notice with prior to sounds. That might be my programming. It might be that I need to adjust my programming for this unit, but let's just play a little bit more on it and see what we get. just slightly trebly. Maybe I need to adjust that, but the real, like, kind of the flub test. Here's the heavy metal sound. I feel like this sound in particular sounds a little different on this than the HeadRush's native speaker, but let's crank the volume up a little bit. I actually like the EQ a little bit better at that volume. I tell you, it's a lot louder than the last system was. I feel like I'm on the verge of that flub, but one thing I could do is I could turn down the master on the HeadRush and then crank the master of the other in the back and see if we can get the same volume with less flub. So let's try that. So far, that seems to be working. Yeah, one thing I've noticed, it's hard to find that sweet spot between like cranking the input into something and cranking the output out of it. And if you get past a certain point on cranking the effects unit you're using into the speaker, you get flub faster. But sometimes there's kind of like a volume limitation to the speaker where no matter what you do, you're going to have it start breaking up at certain total volumes. This one seems to be doing really well at this combination of like a little bit over half master and then about 2/3 master on the back of the line 6. That's really loud. So if we go down here to the some of the options we get. Okay, so I've got the bass really low on here. So let's crank the bass up a little bit on the unit. It's getting a little muddy, but I can tell you that anything past about 10% on the smaller speaker, the HeadRush speaker, was bad. So this is definitely getting better. Yeah, so my estimation is this sounds pretty great. I think there's some EQing I may need to do to just make it a little bit less brilliant on some of the heavy sounds. I do think there's still a need to balance the master volume out of the HeadRush, but it seems to be somewhat forgiving. The smaller HeadRush speaker wasn't forgiving at all. If I got to the volume I really wanted to be with my drummer, it just started kind of falling apart as far as the flub factor. And this one, you know, I can teeter on the edge of being a little muddy on the bass, but it's never really broken up, and I think I have a lot of ways to like experiment with the bass between the bass percentage in that brown line on the right side of the screen, the master volume of the HeadRush, and the master volume of the speaker. I got some options. Let me just real quick go through some of the other rigs that came with the HeadRush, things that I did not design, just for standard of comparison. I gotta go to set list all rigs to get back to being able to select all those. So we'll go down some banks here. I don't know why people like reverbs like that. I don't. This one says thrill is gone, so I assume it's like a bluesy. Let's go down a little bit further. Yeah, the reverbs on all these, a lot of them just kill me, man. I know. There's what that one sounds like. That's pretty darn Pantera-ish or whatever. Sad but true, I think. This says gent, but to me this is very, like, not bassy. Like, my patches sound way bassier. Once again, this kind of just proves my general feeling, which is I like the stuff I make. I think I put my guitar out of tune. I don't know if they mean for that to be Surfing with the Alien, but that's what it made me think of. Ooh, hipster jazz. Gotta change pickups here. Not bad. Man, I just feel like all native reverbs just have like too much reverb. Jeez, you know? Go way down to the beginning of the architecture here. Black Lab, I assume, is Black Dog. Not a huge fan of that being Brian May. That's pretty nice. Too much slapback reverb, too much treble. Let me, before we're done with this, try just switching the model mode on the back of the SoundStage just to see what we get if we take it off of the one it's on right now. So I'm going to put it back on my band set list, turn on the rock sound, and then I'm just going to go back here and move it back to, so this says reference/PA. So I assume this would be the main thing you want to try on the guitar cab. So let's see what we think. Interesting. The manual for the SoundStage says something about adding sparkle the way it's, I think I actually kind of like just going straight into PA mode better, because I think it gets rid of like what seems to be kind of too piercing a set of highs to me. I feel maybe it's because I designed these sounds running it through the HeadRush, and the HeadRush speaker doesn't have that mode for guitar, so there's no, so the color I was using there is the color I'm now using on the SoundStage. But that's interesting because I like this better. Yes, definitely. So maybe that's the thing too, is like always use your ears, don't just read a manual. I think I might like this better. So anyway, I think that's going to conclude this demo. If you're thinking about getting a SoundStage, I hope that helps you evaluate what it sounds like with this unit. And definitely would say if you play with a louder band, metal, hard rock situation, you're probably not going to be happy with the FRFR 8-inch speaker. unless you're like somehow running straight into the board and not really using that as your full like stage volume, in which case why would you use it at all? So I think if you need stage volume, this might be one good solution. I haven't tried the other Line 6 options. They have some other speaker systems, but this one, you know, it's not cheap, but it has lots of other uses too. As a standalone PA for a solo artist, as a main, I've used it as a main at shows and it sounds great. Hopefully that helps you guys out. If you like this kind of video, please subscribe to this channel and look for my other HeadRush videos. Thanks for listening and watching.